So in today's video, we are going to be looking at the top stocks to pay your bills. All of these stocks are going to be dividend growers, so you can use those dividends to pay your mortgage, your rent, your car payment, and honestly, start compounding your account where in 40 years, you guys are just making $60,000 off passive income from your dividends. That's what we're going to be looking at. That is the main goal. I hope you guys enjoy it, and overall, I hope you guys get something of value out of this video. And if you do, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you guys have any questions, ask them down in the comments, and I'll get back to you. So guys, roll the intro. Let's go. Come on. Bang. Alrighty guys, so the very first stock that I would buy if you're looking to create this passive income is ticker symbol V. This is Visa. So the thing I love about Visa is one, they've historically outperformed the market, which on average gets a 9.8% return every year. This historically has beaten that, not to mention the 5-year dividend growth of Visa is around 16.2%. So you can see all these dividend payouts right in here, you get this 32 cents every single quarter, which may not seem like a lot, but over the course of 5 years, 10 years, this is going to start compounding, and you're going to look back and all of these dividends are going to be paying you this massive cash flow. Not to mention, guys, look at the beautiful upward trend, right? Looking at the previous dividends too, you can see it used to pay a 25-cent dividend, then a 30, then a 32. So now they're growing this dividend, beautiful growth, and it's just a fantastic stock to buy. Moving on to stock number 2 is HD, not HDTV. This is Home Depot. Okay, Home Depot is probably one of my favorite dividend stocks out there, honestly. Okay, the reason why I love them is they have this beautiful upward trend. They grow their dividend right at around 16% over the past 5 years, which is very strong. They used to pay $1.03 a dividend. Then it went to $1.03, $1.36, $1.50. Right now it's $1.65. It's a beautiful stock to buy in. A good strategy for almost all of these stocks is going to be dollar cost averaging, because you don't need hundreds or thousands of dollars to be smart with your money. You just have to be consistent with your investments. And I could guarantee that it's going to pay off over the years, where you're going to have this account and it's going to start compounding. You're going to start the snowball effect where maybe one month you only get $2 in dividends, but then the next month you get 4, and then you get 6, then 8, then 12, and then 20, and then, so you're starting this snowball effect where pretty soon you're going to be having this massive cash flow just from these dividend stocks, guys. Not to mention the very last thing before we dive back into it, have a broker that offers DRIP, dividend reinvesting, okay? Because you want to use all these dividends and buy more stock with it, and then have those stock pay you more dividends, okay? Starting that snowball effect. You will not regret it. Okay, so this is the second one here. Moving on to stock number 3 is MA. So MA is MasterCard, very similar to Visa, right? This is growing a little bit better on the dividend side at around 16.4, which is pretty good. It's a stock that's about $357. So you can see it sold off from the highs here, roughly about 10% or so, which always is a pretty decent sign, because you don't want to buy in when it's at the highs. You want to buy in when it's sold off a little bit. So that's great there too. Not to mention growing their dividend at around 16.4%, which is the largest one we've talked about, and beautiful upward trend. No major resistance other than 401. A solid stock to buy in, honestly. MasterCard's growing at a super fast rate. Very similar to Visa, extremely high profit margins, and is just a dominant stock, guys. Moving on to stock number 4. Stock number 4 is the one and only Microsoft. Okay, ticker symbol MSFT. Okay, this is growing their dividend at around 8.4%. Over the past 5 years, which is still pretty good, honestly. You guys can see it used to pay about a 46-cent dividend, then a 51-cent, then a 56-cent, and that's what it's paying now. It pays out on a quarterly basis like all of them do. You can see it has a beautiful upward trend, has historically outperformed the market, and just a solid growth stock. Solid growth stock and a solid dividend stock. This is every investor should own a little bit of Microsoft because of the overall growth behind it. They are in computers, they own Xbox, they are honestly just a solid and stable company, not to mention they have billions of dollars in cash with very little long-term debt. So it's just a solid one to buy in. All right, moving on to stock. What is this? Stock number 5. Stock number 5 is actually going to be a REIT. It's ticker symbol O. This is Realty Income Corp. Okay, so you see all of these little dollar signs? These are dividends. Okay, the difference between this one and all of these other ones is this one's going to be a little more risk, but it's going to have a monthly payout on the dividend side. So the other stocks pay out on a quarterly basis. Okay, so every quarter you get a dividend. Okay, this one, every month you get a dividend, not to mention they've grown their dividend a little slower than all of them, but you get more dividends, right? So they used to pay about a 22-cent dividend. Now they pay about a 23-cent dividend. You guys can see it sold off from 72 down to about 67, which is always a good opportunity to buy in. Not to mention from the highs, it sold off about 80 from 84 down to 67. The March crash of 2020 really hit a number on this, went from 84 down to 38, and really hasn't rebounded just yet. I think the real estate market is kind of in a weird zone right now. And I think in about 2 years is when we'll see the stock hit highs again. But the beauty of it is you're going to be getting all of this cash flow from it in the meantime. So it's just a solid one to have and invest in, and just understand that little more risk for sure, but you're going to start this compound effect and absolutely kill it. All right, the last one that I want to talk about is known as Charles Schwab. Okay, so Charles Schwab is ticker symbol SCHW. You guys can see lately we've had this beautiful upward trend. Not to mention their 5-year dividend growth is the largest one on the chart at around 30%. Okay, so they used to pay a 17-cent dividend. Now they pay an 18-cent dividend. Beautiful growth for a stock that's only $67. Okay, so this has a nice solid upward trend. It used to have some sell-off. This company kind of turned themselves around and has really just started soaring up. Good strategy for this, dollar cost average it, because we know we have history of sell-off. So use that sell-off of this stock to your advantage, and just understand that this is going to be one that you're going to look back in 2 to 3 years and wish you would have bought more of because of the overall dividend growth behind it. And the market has really proven that this stock can go up, upwards of 33%. So it's literally competing with the market because the S&P 500 went up about 33% and this is up about 33, it's roughly the same, but still solid growth, solid dividend, and one that could easily pay your mortgage or your rent or your utilities or your car payment in the next couple of years for sure, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and overall I hope you guys got something of value, and this is the top dividend stocks to at least buy or check out right now.